Hey guys, Daggz here, getting ready to jump back into Call of Cthulhu. We had just left the Nameless bookstore where we found the Necronomicon. Not quite sure if that's, if it's been named yet or not, but that's what it is. So pitter patter, let's get at her. Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. In the Nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hid in there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
That's because he was injected with something.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Transformation.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
I'm going to talk to Fuller.
Dr. Fuller, please.
No, don't.
I know what you fear, but this man is dying.
Marie, I'm begging you. He'll hold me accountable if you bother him. Perhaps you could examine him yourself first. I'll do my best to assist.
All right.
Very well. I'll examine him.
If you say so.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
I don't know too much about medical terms, but that can't be good.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Suction cups. They are suction cups.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
Well, yeah.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
It's Fuller's fault. He injected me with something.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Turn me into a octopus-type creature thing.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Dr. Fuller is full of it.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Yeah, psychopath.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, what's this?
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
I wonder just how many others there are. Anything else I can click on over here? Well, I guess because I'm not playing as Pierce, I can't check the skill points. That makes sense. And only the knowledge is retained, but not the inventory. I love that amulet. It's very pretty. Unique. And very pretty. Alright. Ooh, file.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Looks like he's dreaming. Oh.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
More words I don't understand.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Alright, so we helped you. Pretty fireplace. Who are you?
Mrs. Sanders? Oh, God! Could this have been avoided?
The autopsy was done by Dr. Fuller. He describes a wound to the right side of the head due to a shot at point-blank range and comes to the conclusion that it was suicide. I think that means I got the trophy. I still feel really bad about it.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, a whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
I guess you can only ask him one question. Everybody in this whole island is using sleeping pills.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Interesting. More terms I don't understand, but very interesting. Can I talk to you or you're sleeping? No, you're sleeping. Ooh, what is that?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
It's that gas. Nasty stuff that it is. Anything over here? Ooh, drawer.
What is the boiler room key doing here?
Close that for now.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Oh, we will. We will. I don't know if you will, but we will. Empty bed. Empty file holder. Oh, there you are. Can I talk to you?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
He's been mistreated.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Rude. Can I read anything over here? No, I cannot.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Okay then.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
Well, considering for a dead man, you seem pretty much alive, even if you're, dealing with dream issues.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Feel bad that there was no medication to give him.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Who's your fiance? I'll go look for her.
Dr. Colden.
You're helpful.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What's going on?
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Should be able to save at least one. Well, whose file is this?
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Many things. This file is strangely incomplete, and the detail on treatment is not given. It does not respect standard practice.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Anything over here I can look at? I miss typewriters. Used to have door. Used to have one when I was younger. Ooh, door.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
No problem. Can I talk to you? Nope. Can I talk to you? Nope. Can I talk to you? Nope.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
That's rude.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Prescription for barbiturates signed by Dr. Fuller. Can I talk to you?
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
What's this? Uomo delinquente. This pseudoscientific work by Cesare Lombroso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. Anything else to look at? What's in here?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Anything else on the shelves? Bunch of bottles that we can't read. Did I miss anybody in the hallway? Alright. What is this room? Oh, we come in here later. That's not when we come in here now. Anything on the desks we can read? Ooh, what are you? The Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Like a dictionary, this work references in alphabetical order all of the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major works and the names of the reference authorities are listed. Anything on this desk? It's a nice pen. Anything on here? No. Anything on the bookshelves? Nope.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Don't like you, Miss Donovan. You're gonna tell me I
Wait a
can't go in
minute.
here.
Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Snitch.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
There's Mr. Oh, we were in here already. This section confuses me because I'm never sure where anything is.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Well, thanks for the warning. Oh, there they are.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Those benches have got to be uncomfortable to sit on for long periods of time, though. Anything to check out in the kitchen? Nasty looking soup.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Nothing of much consequence in the... That's the storage room. Block A. Men's bathroom dishes.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Oh, I don't like her.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Poor
Thank
Elizabeth.
you, Doctor.
She gets treated so unfairly, and Mrs. Donovan sucks.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be? Anything... Alright. Where was that storage room?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
Boiler room.
The door to the boiler room is locked.
Yeah.
Where did I see that key? Ah, yes. The office in Block B.
Uh-huh. Block B. Right. Can't grab it because Donovan's at her desk. Administration. This section always confuses me.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
That's the exit. That won't do any good. Kitchen.
Don't go falling over. That would be stupid.
I'm not gonna fall over. I remember there ever being a janitor there. Okay, so I think I have to talk to Donovan first. Nope.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
For some reason, I thought I couldn't grab the key while she was standing there. Okay.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Administration. Storage room. Aha. Monkey wrench. Is there anything else in here? No, just the monkey wrench I needed. There we go.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Block A. Hey, what was that? Book. Medicine and Secret Sciences. This very interesting book, aimed at a wide public, demonstrates how non-recognized sciences have influenced modern medicine. Magnetism, grandmother's secrets, Chinese acupuncture, hypnosis, herbal medicine, alchemy, and many others have contributed to a certain extent to the enrichment of medicine at the beginning of this century. Alright, let's go tell Donovan. Don't like Donovan. Let's talk to Elizabeth. Yep. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Boiler room. I hate this area. It makes me walk in circles. Aha! There it is.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Sorry, Elizabeth. Because now... Oh, I don't go downstairs yet. Block B. Now that she's out of the way, I can go in here.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Closing the door doesn't do much. But... Alright.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
A study of the Stendhal syndrome, a particularly rare mental illness, subjects display mental disorders linked to an exposure to works of art. Not just any works of art, ones that happen to be cursed or, prone to...
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Alright, Sarah Hawkins' interview. The cylinder was hidden inside Fuller's office. He recorded his thoughts about one of the many psychoanalysis sessions he submitted Sarah Hawkins to. And for those of you who do not know, that particular image is Mr. H.P. Lovecraft himself, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's on all cylinders, but Grim pointed out that when you're talking to Mrs. Sanders and you check the cylinder, it's got H.P. Lovecraft on it. Pretty sure it's the same image. So let's go listen to the cylinder.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Can you keep talking? Or can I look around now? No, I think that's it. Alright, so there was aha.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Because Fuller was creepy? Is creepy?
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
That's really creepy. Just saying.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later.
Excuse me.
I am prepared.
Are you done talking? Oh, there's the highlight.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Creepy.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Partly burned shoe. Oh, to leave the creek construction. No, I want to see if there's... What else I've missed? Aha!
Why is Ethan on medication?
For a guy who's supposed to be dead. No. Being on medication seems like a pretty decent
I must go
alternative.
back to the basement.
Nobody wants to go to the basement. Oops, that's a door. I don't want to go to the basement. Ugh, this is not gonna be a good thing. That's a lot of stairs. That's an elevator shaft. Why can't you just take the elevator down? Is that blood? That looks like blood. Maybe that's why you don't want to take it out. Creepy. Can I open this door?
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh, that's rude.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
I'm not a thief.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Oh, my cultism is too low.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
And there's the name.
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yes, please.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Aye, aye, Captain. And that's where we'll leave it for there. There's a lot of dialogue in Chapter 8, so there's not a lot of really different things to do. It's mostly dialogue. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it and, you know, is kind of coming to the conclusion as to what's going on in the basement and why. If not, we'll explain it in later chapters. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one, and have a good one.